Okay, so let's start.
Yeah,
Uh, Hello, my name is Tereza Bernátková, and I would like to warmly welcome you in Ji.hlava, wherever you are. You're in Ji.hlava right now, and you're part of 24th Ji.hlava International Documentary Film Festival. We're here to Q&As, to film on endings, which had been selected for the prestigious and section Opus Bonum. And we have here its director, Lyric Dela Cruz. Welcome. Uh,
thank you, thank you.
we're happy that you made it. eh,
Yeah,
even like this. Where you are right now? Where are you?
currently I am at the park outside my workplace, and yeah, in Rome. So yeah, I hope that I can send you the sunshine from Rome because right now it's sunny here, and yeah, thank you.
Okay, maybe I'll kick off with the first question to a remarkable film on endings. I would start with where did it start? Like, what was the initial idea or
Mm,
feeling, or what was it at the very beginning that you knew that you have to make this film?
yes. No, I mean, as we all know, recently, what was happening around us was a really strange period, and until now, we are still in that particular moment of being in the void. And during the declaration of lockdown here in Italy, I was trying to understand what to do. At first, I thought, okay, maybe it will be just like a vacation, like I have to treat this one as like a vacation because I don't have to go to work. I am at home cooking, taking care of my plants, and as time goes by, the feeling becomes like so strange because, for example, as you've seen on the film. Um, it was like maybe the first time that I saw all my neighbors from the windows,
Uh-huh.
and it was like it became like a routine to me to watch them, how they move, how they live uh, in isolation, and I started to receive messages from my mother. Well, she always sends me messages, but it's like a strange message of telling me about the end of the world from biblical context because my mother, she's a very religious woman. She's
Mhm.
part of Jehovah's Witnesses, and they believe in Armageddon, ending, signs of times, tribulation, but also the concept of paradise. And as time goes by, it keeps on me because I mean, when I was young, I learned, I practiced Catholicism and Jehovah's Witnesses beliefs, and I said, okay, I acknowledge my mother's pain. I acknowledge my mother's longings in that particular period, but I have also to translate it into a creative form,
Mhm.
because I cannot stay on this particular box of like just receiving it because it can be too much also. it
Mhm.
can be it can be different on my mental health also,
Mhm. I see.
and yeah, and I said that, okay, I will just shoot something, and I will try to collect my mother's letters, because one of the questions that went to my mind during this isolation is, how do we reach each other during times like this? Where do we reach each other in this particular time that we cannot hold each other, that we cannot uh, like feel physically each other,
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, it was an experiment in the end. From the when I was deciding to submit it to Hilava, I was like, okay, should I submit it, or what should be the perfect no, I mean, not I'm not searching for the perfect like things, but then like what should be the motivation to do
I see.
this one.
I
Yes.
see. I see. Yeah, well, thank you. And it's not the first time you are in Ihlava, right? Our viewers
Yes.
had the opportunity to watch your film 2 years ago. It was Notes from Unknown Maladies
Yes.
we had in Ihlava.
Yeah.
And also, it's very obvious also from your other work, like from the App of Forgetting, your
Mm.
other film, which was in 2015,
Mm.
shown in Locarno Film Festival,
Yeah.
that you value duration, right?
Yeah.
And you were associated with a slow
Mm.
slow cinema movement.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you, what do you find beautiful on duration, or
Yeah.
is beauty ever important category to you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to thank Lav Diaz for this influence, because I worked with him for like 3, 4 years, and I didn't went to a cinema school, but I think aside from the fact that my father has a VHS shop when I was a kid
Uh-huh.
watching films there, uh, Lav Diaz was really my university. And in his way of filming, I found maybe not the beauty, but this powerful way of seeing things with with proper duration.
Mhm.
And not proper duration, I'm sorry, I'm no, with this kind of duration. And I mean, I think it's if you want to observe the world, if you want to look closer the world, this kind of thing of seeing it is with this kind of duration is important.
Mhm.
Because I mean, when you put your camera there and you start to start to record everything without expecting something, in nothingness you find something else.
Mhm.
Even nothing happens, there is something. You
Mhm.
know, this thing with how things unfold in front of you. And
Mhm.
I think for a documentary, it's important to make it this way. Also, um, with how you with respect to your subject. Like well, of course, there's different kind of styles of like filmmakers, but in this particular film, in this particular things that I want to make or to record, I value duration for its importance for how I sue, or yeah, like how I formulate, not formulate, but sue everything. Yeah.
Mhm. 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 You also rather work with, like, alone, or not just alone, but you are also very often an editor of the
Yes.
film as well. Uh,
Yes. Yeah, because I think, yeah, I mean, there was a time that I gave my I asked an editor to edit my film, and it
mhm.
turned out to be differently. And I said that, okay, since you committed to this particular duration that you like, to this particular rhythm that you like, it is
Mhm.
only you who
Mhm.
can edit it,
Mhm.
because it's also finding the right rhythm, the right way of arranging like the scenes,
I see.
and
I
the images. Yeah.
I see. Thank you. Okay, I would like just to encourage our viewers to ask questions as well, because it's a unique opportunity to have a conversation with Lyric. So don't hesitate to ask. There are two ways to do it. You can either type down your question through Q&A function, or raise hand and ask your question loudly.
Sorry, there's sorry,
Yeah, I
there's a
can
fly.
see.
I'm like dancing anyway.
Well, in the meantime, I would continue
Yeah.
to ask you about the light. If you can specify a little bit on this,
Yeah.
as it seems that it's a character of
Mm.
your film. How do you work with that, or how important is that to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's well, for this particular
Yeah,
film,
yeah.
on endings, I really, well, because I was not able to go out and do stuff, but then I there was a strange relation with me and the light, and during the time, because you don't have a sense of time, because you are isolated, you don't know, like, you don't have a concept of time. It's just you are just watching how light moves, and suddenly you know what time is it,
Mhm,
for this film, is like which is something that made me see, like, closer how everything is moving, like, because prior to that I was in Berlin, during the Berlinale, really fast, and everything was, like, crazy. And
mhm,
during the lockdown, I started to be, I mean, I think all of us to have this particular moment of serenity and
mhm,
seeing how the world moves, you
mhm,
know? And of course, it's a different thing with Notes from Unknown Maladies, because it also had their lights as a relationship with my grandmother, because she lives alone. She lives in a very dark place, and I myself, because I shoot alone, um, I am very much I have this obsession for looking for the right light,
mhm,
and well, natural light to in the in how I frame, how I frame things. But it's good because I mean, it's all, I mean, you start to be with this way of, like, finding the natural light in the process. You see, like, I think it is beautiful how you see it in a big screen. Actually, one of my apprehension, to tell you, for the online screening,
mhm,
was watching the film in a small screen.
mhm, mhm.
But of course, some of our viewers, they have projectors, they have these devices at home.
I see.
I hope that they will watch it in a big screen, because the experience of watching the light for this film is different than in a dark place, because well, you watch my film, it's when you are already in the right rhythm
Yeah.
of it, you
Mhm,
become you become like, in a serene moment of watching how everything moves with the light.
mhm, mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, thank you. And maybe also the question towards the title on
Yeah.
endings,
Yeah.
because while your mother in the letter mentions that the end is coming and
Yeah.
that at the end of everything, you refers to endings in the plural,
Yeah.
which for me it brought some hope to it also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was could you
Mhm.
elaborate on this, please?
Yeah, I mean, my mom talks a lot about endings, about end of suffering, end of, because actually, the way that how my mom sees ending is like also a new beginning,
Okay.
So because in her belief that her God will destroy all evil in the world, and
Mhm,
a new and the paradise will start and resurrect everybody.
mhm, mhm,
And also, so that's so I tried to play it with how I see, the context of her letters, her words, and
mhm.
because in the film you cannot just only see sign of hope, but also pains of her, like, telling me, like,
Yeah.
if I don't see you again, at least you know that I love you. So
Mhm,
the endings in this film, uh, I made the title on endings because it implies different kinds of endings that you see on the thread of the film,
Mhm.
and also the images of these disconnected images of my neighbors, of how because I was like imagining like maybe some people here because they have to stay together, they have to end a particular part of their relationship to be intact again,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
it's a way of how I imagine the people from my windows, from the letters of my mom,
Mhm. Mhm.
with this title, and also our the strong desire to end this dark moment
Mhm.
in this period,
Mhm.
so these are layers of endings that I was referring to in the title.
Mhm. Mhm. Thank you. And because we have some audience, I'd like to encourage you, our dear viewers, to don't hesitate and ask questions. You can. There are two ways to do so. You can either type down your questions through function Q&As down in the bar, or through the function raise hand, and you can then ask your question loudly. It's really an opportunity to and a great thing that we have lyric here. So really don't hesitate. In the meantime, I would ask you whether your mom seen this movie yet.
No, in the film, she's you. There was a particular line that she said that until now I don't know what you are doing, because my mom is a very, she's a very simple woman. She's a and she doesn't have so much I can say in behalf of her knowledge about cinema art. I mean,
Mhm.
she live a very different life in the province,
Mhm.
and yeah, she knows that I made a film for her.
Mhm.
At first she was happy, but she was trying to understand why,
Mhm.
and I tried. So it's like a step-by-step process. I mean,
I see.
now I don't know if she can watch it, the film, also because there's a slow internet in our hometown, and
Mhm.
yeah, but but I hope one day she will be able to watch it in a big screen. I mean, I'll be very happy
Mhm.
to let her see it in the end. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, she watched, my family watched my last documentary that played in Ji.hlava,
Mhm.
Notes from Unknown Maladies.
Mhm.
And they were surprised and shocked about the film. And they said, huh? Is this a documentary? Is this a film? Because, I mean, of course, they don't understand, they don't really get connected with the aesthetic of the film. But then in the end, they felt something, and I'm happy with that.
Mhm.
And they said that, how, wow, like for example, my little cousins that were telling me that we never knew that our grandmother is like this, like that. And I said, yeah, you have to take a closer look to her life for you to know it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Could you also comment on your experience with big film festivals and big international film market as Locarno, or you were in
Mm.
Berlinale, Talents, etc.? How important it was to your career, and what did you pick up from there?
Yeah, I mean, for Locarno, it's important. I think I thank Locarno for that, because it was like, I mean, the positioning of Locarno is like discovering new talents, and yeah, and I thank them for that, because I was able to maximize my networks,
I see.
uh, to meet other people. But of course, I mean, I have to go back again to Lavrente, because of bringing me to this particular industry, not industry, but festivals. And with this, if you work with Love Diaz, everybody starts to like, know you, and these things. But I think for a young filmmaker, it's also important to meet these people, because in the end, they might, or they can help you to to at least bring your film in a different regions or different on a larger audience. With Berlinale Talents, it's a good opportunity too, because it's a different experience too, because we were able to, like, meet different filmmakers from around the world. And also with the EFM, we had like this part where you meet like in this people from the industry, where you can pitch and everything. But then, yeah, I mean, I think this is the experience of networking and meeting people in big festivals is okay. And in terms of showing, of course, it's good. But yeah, I mean, I don't think so much about like making a film for a festival.
I see.
Like yeah, I mean, I think for example, for this film on endings, it's perfect for Ilava when who's this programmer, Juraj.
Um, Petr Kubica or Jiří?
Yeah, one of the programmers of Ilava called me. I said, okay, yes, yes, of course.
Jura,
I'll
yeah.
be Yura. Yeah, I'm honored and glad for you to put my film again in your selection. I think that's the best thing. That of course it's good to be strategic also, but then I am trying to understand also the value that is being given to you by the festival. Like it's also like a way to like have this like okay, like last time I knew that some people walked out from my film, but then it's good to go back again in Hilava and understand understand if they will still walk out. But we cannot say that people walk out now because it's online. And but then it's good to share again to the people, the audience of Ilava, this film, to experience this. Yeah,
Yeah, and we're happy to have you. Of
thank you.
course. What's the project you're working on right now? What
Okay,
we expecting from you?
yeah, right now I am working with a project about gestures of cleaning and care. So it's like more on contemporary art. Now I'm crossing, like, this boundaries. I'm trying to document the gestures and the cleaning gestures and cleaning and care gestures of Filipinos that I encounter here in Italy, because the largest Filipino in diaspora is in Italy. And I'm trying to amplify their voice. I mean, because they are visible, but then because they are beloved, they are neglected. Their rights are neglected. So I'm trying to make this video and performance part, and I am also like in a development of two more projects that talks about Filipinos here in Italy. But yeah, I mean, I'm very happy because yeah, like how Chantal Ackerman made, I love her so much. I think I have to say this, that she's one of the inspirations of on endings, and even my last film, and how she makes, like her a new territory, and a part of her cinema. Yeah.
Okay, okay, Lyric. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions from the audience, I would really thank you and wish you good luck also to your endings and to your beginnings, and
Thank you.
hopefully we'll meet in Jihlava or elsewhere
Yeah, sure.
in person.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
international.
yeah. Sure. I mean, I hope one day to be in Hlava, finally, that I can say that I am in Hlava.
It's a mythical
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Now it's like a, yeah, it's a mythical place. It's beautiful, to imagine Hlava. Where
Oh,
is Hlava?
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so thank
Yeah.
you for your film and be good.
Thank you so much. Have a
Okay,
great day
bye.
from Rome. Ciao.
Bye.